You guys, the First Lady of Nigeria, okay? The First Lady of Nigeria has issued a statement, a fact check statement to go against all of the derangers, all of the toxic British media, all of the everything. I want to give a shout out to Nikki Rayner, Zandy Sussex, and also Nelly for pointing this out. They said the first leader of Nigeria has issued a comment. This is the woman that they actually had standing up there, and the whole Twitter went crazy saying, see, she was talking about Meghan. They act like Meghan came in a G-string, some clear heels, and two pasties strolling up to a children's school. When she was dressed, I know they can't find it. I know they don't like admitting it, but she was dressed elegantly. She was dressed beautifully. She was dressed business casual, but also she was dressed better than every royalist in the UK. And I know they don't like to admit that. So it really upset them to hear it. So she made a statement and she was talking about you don't have to show everything to be taken regularly. I thought she was talking about her daughter, who was a fashion model, and other people, but she wasn't talking about Meghan, right? Because at the end of the day, it didn't even match. Really? Anyway, apparently when Kate wears something, she's cutting edge and trend setting. When Meghan wears something, she's trollop, vulgar. Baby, just say you're jealous. You don't like the fact that when Meghan wears something, she looks absolutely gorgeous. Apparently, looking pretty is vulgar if you are not white Lily Kate. Anyway, right? The first lady said, baby, don't put my name in anything. The first lady issued a statement saying she did not comment on Meghan's attire. Timble's office also said her comments were taken out of context. She meant Meghan appreciates the people we are and hence that's why she is coming here. At no point did she say anything about Meghan's dressing. Arise News, whose clip was used in this misleading post, also rejected the claim. The footage shows Tinubu commenting on Meghan, commenting that Meghan came looking for her roots. Again, anybody that heard her speech, the fact that they got something negative out of that was just weird to me. But baby, the derangers are just weird every which way you can go, right? I will say this, and it needs to be said, baby, they are not stopping this royal revolution. And Harry and Meghan are about to go on another trip. Now, who knows when it will be, but it will probably be this year. Wouldn't it be funny if Harry goes on a trip around the time that William's Earthshot prizes? Now, that would be funny. We'll see William just mad. No, don't look at my brother. You look at me. I'm the one in charge. I'm the king. No, zoom in. Jason, tell them who's the sexiest bald man alive. Anyway, right? This is ridiculous. Let me get actually into this because you can't make this up. They are actually saying also that Meghan and Harry, where is it? Meghan and Harry are really creating a headache for the royals because they're exposing how they are a dog and pony show. It's all these inflated positions, all for people to do the bare minimum. You're mad. This is in page 6. They're saying that Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's faux royal travels create headaches and show it's all about me point of view. But the royals are all about them. You cannot say. So, can you tell me by them going on tour what important charities that distracted from? Because the royals haven't mentioned one charity that it distracts from. All the royals have said is distracts from them and their work. Tell us a charity. Tell us a charity that was hurt. Tell us an issue. Tell us any work you were doing that actually took the struggle off of you. You can't because it didn't happen. They said Harry and Meghan's recent Nigeria trip was such a glossy PR success. They're likely to set up more fake royal tours. It's not a fake royal tour because it's not a royal tour. The fact that the royals say that basically Harry and Meghan can never go anywhere, be honored, and be visited, that's ridiculous, especially considering Harry is head of Invictus Games, and Invictus is more popular than anything the royals have ever done outside of the UK. However, this is making it much to the chagrin of actual working royals. Now, the funny thing is, there's only like 4 or 5 working royals, so we already see where this is coming from. Also, Charles is so dumb. We remember Charles is so dumb. We remember the way he acted with Diana. And if you weren't there, of course, you can read blogs like we did, but it's well documented. And the fact that all of Charles's shenanigans with Diana from 97 was so documented, and they can't escape that. And they somehow think that by pushing Meghan and Harry to silence and out the thing, that this also won't be documented. It's insane. Anyway, the couple's visit earlier this month came on the heels of a much publicized February trip to Canada. Well placed royal sources with the knowledge of royal tours worry that such splishy, splashy, high profile jaunts could create a major diplomatic incident for other countries. Are royals? I'm confused. Do they not realize the way they look to the rest of the world? You're arguing that you want people to have a seat, not because they embarrassed you, not because they made you look bad, not because they're toxic, not because they're rude, not because they think the Commonwealth comfort are below them, but you want them to sit down because they did so well. Working royals make official visits abroad at the express invitation of the British Foreign Office, but the Brits don't run ish anymore. A well-paced royal source told Page Six, Harry and Meghan's trip was very interesting since it didn't fit any of the normally accepted royal categories. Costing money, being bloated, being boring, being out of touch. That's the royal categories. That would have given this would have given the High Commission in Nigeria a headache. If a prince lands in your patch, officially or otherwise, you have protocol, security, and media issues which have to be right. But everything went off without a thing. So it makes me think, do we really even need a British thing? Do we need this? Do we need that? Why are we giving money to those people? And by we, I mean the UK people, UK Tattle Tells. Normally, the royal source added, this would all be part of a planning of a proper royal tour. But Harry and Meghan's tour showed their all about me media strategy and how they divert from royalty's role as super ambassadors for Britain. Meghan is an American. Why the F would she be an ambassador to Britain? She lives in America. She's not part of the royal family anymore. Like, what? When Harry and Meghan break all the usual norms of royal visits, it somewhat looks like the royal family can't manage itself properly. No, it shows that the royal family are losers, that they are self important, that they don't do their work correctly. Kate, along with William, last went on tour in Belize, Jamaica, and Bahamas. It was fraught with political issues. It was not fraught with political issues. They were colonists. They did not respect the people, and they went to do royal cosplay for their Instagram instead of actually thinking about what the people in the Commonwealth actually. They disrespected their host on so many levels. But the Princess of Wales is now out of public eye as she battles cancer. They always bring up Kate's cancer. Stop it. Having cancer does not make you less of who you were before. And honestly, at this point, I honestly don't believe anything they're saying about Kate. I think she's in a bad way. I think she's being hidden. I don't even know if she's actually on this earth anymore, but they can stop using her for an excuse. They said high profile royal visits overseas has one main function to promote British interests, diplomatic, trade, cultural, and humanitarian. That's their job. By the grace of God, there wasn't a major diplomatic incident this time, but it's a risk for the future that Harry and Meghan seem to be willing to disregard. You know what the weird thing is? Harry actually went on that trip to promote Invictus, to promote wounded war veterans everywhere and them being treated equally. Meghan went to promote her Nigerian culture, her heritage, and to shine a light on that. The fact that they are now trying to say that Harry cannot do anything good for wounded soldiers all over the world because a British royal family that does not want him thinks they don't need him and harassed, now all of a sudden, they're sick in their head. They said, listen, this is ridiculous. They said the Foreign Office feels the impact of having fewer royal workers. It's like having a little bit of gold dust and you can only sprinkle it so far. You guys, this is weird. This is weird. Listen, this is weird. It's petty. It's small minded. And at the end of the day, the fact that the royal family, Charles and William, don't see how weird it makes them look, you guys, this monarchy is done. Anyway, Sussex Squad, listen, if you don't know, I've been uploading a lot of videos. It's going to be a heavy royal video day. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.